welcome to This Week in WWE. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, R to the B to the V, and we are live on Humming Media Group's YouTube channel and, of course, on the Patreon after the fact. Rick, welcome back to your show. And what a topsy-turvy week it has been in WWE.
Absolutely, Jimmy T. This week in WWE, we continue on that quest towards the crown. Who will be the king and queen of the WWE? And, of course, that's going to be determined in the sands of Saudi, the bloodline, building up that heat. And maybe we're going to talk a little super pumped up CM Punk. Hey, but right now, Jimmy, real quick, I want to touch on this. Here in the States, getting ready for the show today, doing my notes, organizing everything. As always, I got my ESPN, I got my FS1 on all the sports talk, the buzz going around, the throwdown on the pitch when, yes, the USA makes you in Australia our bitch. It's coming up this Friday, Jimmy T, 3 p.m. Eastern, Australia, USA, World Cup action, brother.
Well, just for the record, I don't know if you've been following it or not, but Australia just knocked off the favorite to win our group. 2-0 against Turkey. So now it builds up to a huge match between us and, of course, you guys. I can't wait, dude, because both of us have won our first games while the ones that everyone was fancying have lost. So I think it's up for the takers between both of us. I think both of us are both going to qualify to the next round, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a big surprise there with the USA. You know, they had that devastating beatdown to Germany. You know, how are they going to bounce back for this World Cup? They go out there, they put it on Portugal 3-1. Yeah, 3-1's a blowout there on the pitch, I guess. But hey, a lot of talk about the Bows. How about Australia plays a different game? They're very aggressive. They're big. They're strong. And the USA is going to have to be aggressive. It should be a good back and forth, not holds it right there. They're going to get after it, try to score a lot. But the excitement is here again. That's this Friday, 3 p.m. We're going to try to organize some sort of little watch along to get the Army going. Maybe we get Pierce in there, representing both of our great countries. So keep an eye on that. But let's keep the conversation on the world of sports and some big winners, because we got a big congratulations to our good friend Big Ray. His Knicks have finally done it. They won the chip, hoisted the trophy. The Knickerbockers. The last time that they did this, Big Ray wasn't even alive. So I mean, that was like 75 years. Well, all right, Ray's not that old, but it was over 50 years ago that they won that thing.
Yeah, actually, it was. None of us were alive for the last time the Knickerbockers won a chip. But hey, man, I'll tell you one thing. I was doing the Insanity podcast with Whooper Brandon, and I kid you not, at the end of the show, I actually put it on. We're both watching it. Like it was the last quarter. There was 8 minutes to go, and the Spurs are way up, dude. And I'm like, there's no way New York is coming back in San Antonio. And then to my horror, well, not my horror, but I was happy. The freaking Knicks came back and won. I was like, what the hell? How did they do that in 8 minutes? It looked like it was game over.
There are no safe leads, especially in the NFL and in the NBA. That's the way it is. You got to play. You got to play from tip off to final buzzer. And the Knicks, they just executed. They hit that stride. We know who the real MVP of the Knicks is. It wasn't Brunson. And you talk about the guy who's getting those major paydays off of it. That is one who cursed everybody. Got him there, Mr. Danhausen. He is the king of New York. He is an NBA champion. He was all over ESPN. He just become like a cult sensation now. Great crossover for WWE into the NBA. This guy's been all over the broadcast, ABC, ESPN. Hell, it was game 2 in the Garden, game 3 in the Garden, where that place is rocking. Danhausen was on commentary with doing it with Pat McAfee on his alternative version of the broadcast of the commentary there, but he's hit all the post shows. He's been all over the studios for the pre-games and all that. He's even got his demands out there. He wants Sancho. He wants to be up there in Times Square now. He's been invited to the parade on Friday. He's going to be a part of that. Wow. He's even put out here, man. He's even got the request out here. He took
that's cool.
To Twitter say that he would like to on a 1-day contract with the New York Knicks so that he could retire as a NBA champion with the Knicks. So nobody's winning more right now than Danhausen.
Dude, is it a coincidence that the second he uncursed the Knicks, they won every game? They won a roll. They broke a record for winning the most games in playoff history and finals history in a row. And the comeback on top of that. What the hell, man? Is that a coincidence? I don't know.
I think since uncursing them and then cursing other teams, they went on a 15-1 run.
Yeah. What the hell, bro? That's weird, man. Maybe the curse is real, Rick.
Hey, and he came out. He said it was because he was extorting
Mm.
millions and millions of human monies to get to that point.
Right.
And we talked last week. He went over. Hey, Carolina Hurricanes, Collins team, where he works. He's part of that organization.
I can't believe that too. Congrats to Colin Weissong as well, man.
Yeah. But Danhausen, that one didn't work. So that's why Danhausen isn't claiming that one, because he tried to curse them.
Right.
Cameo curse. You could pay for those. But yeah, Danhausen, big time winner. Going to be having a lot of fun. It's so funny, because we go back to when he debuted. And, a little bit, I still love what he was like. He talks about his debut and the thunderous ovation that he received. But, how many people were talking about this guy's a clown. He's a joke. He doesn't belong in WWE. He doesn't belong in professional wrestling. And here we are just, 4 short months later since he debuted.
Already, wow. Yeah, I mean, and he's killed it, dude.
4 short months later, and he doesn't need WWE, and he doesn't need wrestling right now.
He doesn't. And good on him, because if that was anyone else, they could have absolutely buckled to the pressure, especially after debuting the way he did, and could have just crumbled. But to his credit, he stuck with it and made the fans turn. And here we are, man. He's the #1 merch seller as well, on top of that.
All right, well, so we're going to pepper some Danhausen conversation in here, because, hey, WWE was smart enough. They have put him back into both shows. We see him on SmackDown. We see him on Raw. Very nice package they put together about Danhausen in his entire ordeal, starting with Stephen A. Smith and hooking up with the Knicks, and how he's been accepted by their fans. I mean, they absolutely love him. They have launched. I expect, when we look at the end of this quarter here in the next couple of weeks, that Danhausen could catapult to he's right there in the top 3. He could catapult to #1, a solidified #1 merch seller, because they have a complete line now of New York Knicks themed Danhausen merchandise available over at WWEshop.com.
That's cool, man. And it looks cool too. I mean,
it looks really good. I mean, it's not kind of that cheesy stuff that you see thrown together. It's not like the AEW Lucha mask. It's just pretty much like a pair of underwear with an NFL logo on the side of it that you put on your head.
It's stupid, bro.
This stuff actually looks good. They got the replica titles. They got the Danhausen t-shirts. But we talk about, hey, people want to get in the Danhausen business. So as we're going to jump right into it. We're going to break down that SmackDown from this past Friday. We're talking everybody wants to be in the business of Danhausen. He's taking bribes. So this is before the Knicks had clinched this thing, that they have won the NBA championship. And we see our guys from AAA, the Alberto boys. What the hell are their names here?
The Gaza brothers, or cousins, sorry.
Yes, the cousins there. They are in there with a big old suitcase full of human buddies, begging Danhausen, you got to get rid of the curse. We're on our last leg here as San Antonio Spurs fans. We got a lot of money riding on this, so for them to come back to win this, reverse it. Well, Long Island Ice Z, he makes an appearance right after that, and he's asking Danhausen, don't listen to them, don't get rid of any curses. We still need you. You're a part of this team, this movement. And Danhausen says he needs to pony up with some payola. He doesn't got any cash on him. He doesn't have any cash on him, but he's got that nice bling. He's got that nice wristwatch that Danhausen grabs from him. So, I mean, that's a great segment there. You've got with Danhausen working in his laboratory, but also you have the Miz coming in. Poor Miz, man. He's seen some better days here.
Oh,
he's seen some. He's got like that.
I'm the Miz.
I want to say, yeah, it's like the Frankenstein's monster. He was electrocuted last week. He's got the shocked hair all the way back. You can just tell he's so pale in the face. Everything drained from him. And all he can utter out is his past catchphrases.
Yeah, he's 20 years right now.
My hand goes up. Really? Really? And I even it is because it is funny, because even Danhausen and Kit Wilson's in there yelling at Danhausen about what he's done to his poor friend, The Miz. And Danhausen's like, wait a minute, let me try something. What do you think of Danhausen? And Miz is like, so
yeah.
So
he's like a retarded version of him.
Right. So it looks like Frankenstein's monster, because he keeps doing the hand. My hand goes up thing. So the kid tries to destroy the laboratory, and he ends up just like having a seizure. He gets shocked. He's on the floor, and sparks are flying. But just a great moment there. The Miz in monster mode was great. Another hilarious skit that stands out. These guys need 30, 45 seconds per show, and they steal the show.
Absolutely, man. I wonder who writes their stuff, if it's actually Danhausen is doing this himself or the writer's actually doing this for him. Because if they are, damn it, they're doing a good job of it, that's for sure.
Well, a lot of itself is, Danhausen knows the character. He knows the business of the character. But I've heard this, and who is truly having so much fun with it, and he has the actor's background. He's done the movies. The Miz is contributing a ton of this.
Really?
To this. Yeah, like the whole thing going back to there when the Miz got carried out with all those midgets. That was all the Miz's. The Miz came and pitched that. They had all those. They said, "Hey," he went to them and said, "Hey, you think you guys could carry me?" So they practiced that. So that Miz went to creative and was like, "We're putting this in."
Oh wow! Okay,
So he's had a lot to do with how they put together direction on this. So when it's all come together, 30, 45 seconds. That's all they need per show.
And that's all they need, man. Exactly.
And they do utilize. Danhausen does a lot of those. Not everybody sees it segments. When a lot of us are at commercial, it's Danhausen that comes out real quick, and he's got the big T-shirt cannon, that shoots everything out. Then he does his little running around thing in his poof before we go back to regular air that everyone else sees. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant what they've got going on. So Danhausen's definitely a highlight there at the start of. He didn't start off SmackDown, but as a part of SmackDown. Danhausen, the King of New York, NBA champion. Jimmy, let's we're still on SmackDown here. Let's get into it. Jey Uso, he defeats L.A. Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. Jey Uso advancing to the semifinals of the King of the Ring. Let me start off by asking you this one here. What have been your thoughts on this first round consisting of Fatal 4 matches?
It's been all right. I actually didn't mind the match itself.
Not this one. Just in general. The Fatal 4, instead of traditional, they'd have some qualifier. It was traditionally all one-on-one tournament.
Right. Well, because it was 4 ways all the way around on that bracket, on that side of the bracket, then I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? As long as because it was consistent. It's something different, and I guess they did that to get everybody in, right? Like. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's a way to get people involved in a tournament. Right. Say, we've got the star power here, but you can also protect people more from straight up losses or trying, same finishes. I got to admit, I am a fan of the traditional King of the Ring tournament, one-on-one style. I also like it in one night, but we're not going to get that. They want to. They're looking for content to spread out over some weeks to build here. I thought that most of the matches in this first round, Fatal 4 ways, they were real. High intensity, fast paced, big spots. This match here, Jey Uso again defeats LA Knight, Royce Keys, Finn Balor. This one had a different energy to it for me. It had a slower pacing. It seemed that they concentrate because they had a few stories themselves inside of this match. Obviously, because we saw the bickering there between Jey and LA during the match. Royce again, they rely on that power. So you get the bickering, the power, like the one big power, the three smaller guys, and we'll say LA Knight's not a small guy, but they all come together to take Royce Keys out. They hit him with that shield bomb through the table to get him out of the match for a little bit.
Right.
But we get to the finish of this thing. There's the big spot where let me get a note here because all right, so the end comes. Yeah, Keys gets back up off of the floor there, and he tosses Balor into Jimmy, right? Big Jim.
Yes.
Into Big Jim, and Jim goes over the rail. Then you get the inside where it looks like Keys is going to get a spot on this thing. Solo is out there as well, so Solo gets pushed out by. That's what it is. Balor
gets pushed into Solo.
Hits Keys into Solo. Then Keys throws Balor. He's in there beating ass. LA comes in to try to get a big spot, but Solo hits him with the Samoa Spike.
Right, and then doesn't he shove him to Jimmy or something like that?
Well, so those guys are out. So then inside you've got the finish. You have here comes Solo. Solo spikes Knight. Keys hits a big spinning side slam on Knight. Jey with a big frog splash on the both of them. Then that allows Jey to jump on top. Well, really jumps on top of both, but Royce is face down. LA Knight's got his shoulders down. You get the 1, 2, 3. Jey wins the match.
Yeah, and I just want to point out with Professor, I agree with you. I'd rather it be one-on-ones, but because they kept it consistent with the 4s, with the 4-ways, I'm not going to be mad at it. But I agree with you. I don't like it per se. I wouldn't have gone with it, but I get why they did it.
So we're talking about the match now itself. That's what they got here. So we have Jay wins this thing. My question's here. There's some intrigue into this thing, and we're going to get some follow-up with this on Raw. So with a little teaser here, immediately my questions are, as I'm watching this thing, is okay, we got Solo involved in this. Is he there for Bloodline business, or is he there for Royce Keys? Because he's trying to build that alliance and that trust, and he gets caught up in the middle of this thing. So that was the hook. That was the teaser.
Look, first of all, I don't think he's there for his family per se. It'd be interesting if he was, though, and he was some sort of mole, for the family. That would be interesting. But how they're going to tell that story, I don't trust them to do that properly. And it's not going to make sense with whatever they come up with.
Why? Well, I mean, you always go back to family. It's blood above anything, right? And they are the bloodline.
But they got to explain. So what was all that all about in the first place? Why did they go up against each other? Now suddenly he's been a mole all this time. Do you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't have to be all the time. He comes to his senses. He's coming back home.
So he's going to do the Owen Hart where he joins back with the Heart Foundation.
Right, he could do that. I mean, you could see where they're realigning and their strength in numbers. Right now, the intrigue. I know I've been looking at a lot of conversations, a lot of chat groups. People are trying to make sense of this Jey Uso thing. Well, it's very simple. Roman's laid it out there.
Exactly.
There's two ends to the table. Now, if Jay can get through this thing, he's going after Cody.
Right.
So that they could have two top champs. The Bloodline would own the WWE Heavyweight Championships, the WWE Championship. Two ends to the table. We're going to talk. There's a lot of Bloodline talk on Raw. I think that adds to that reasoning. So it's very simple. That's the intrigue. If Jay can get through this thing, just as Jay's second year in a row to the finals.
Yeah, true.
Or to the semifinals. If he gets through next week, this Friday he takes on Javon Evans, then he will be in the finals. This will be his back-to-back. Can he win this one? Can he go on to get a title opportunity at SummerSlam against Cody Rhodes? Or you could always have that. Or you could always have that swerve where he comes out and he doesn't play ball, and he says he wants Roman.
Oh, that'd be interesting if they do that. But why? Look, I'm actually liking this whole storyline suddenly with the Bloodline. I know it's been overdone and whatnot, but right now, the way they've restarted it and where it's picked up, I actually do like it. But with Jimmy, I think it would be interesting if he did go for Cody Rhodes, if he wins, that is. But the thing is, he seems jealous, man. I don't see he's going to get jealous. He's obviously getting jealous with what's going on with Jacob.
He's a little frustrated, there's
right.
But that's him. He's the hothead. We've seen Jay become the hothead of this group where Jimmy tries to be the voice of reason. Again, a lot of Bloodline talk coming up when we get to Raw Doggan. Also involved in these royalties of the ring. Let's go to the Queen of the Ring. Charlotte Flair defeats the Bird, Sol Ruka, and Jade Cargill. Of course, this is going to advance Charlotte to the semifinals where she's going to be taking on Liv Morgan coming up next week, right? Next week.
Yeah, next week, right? Was it
next Monday?
Yeah, next Monday, right?
Because we still got semifinals, right? To determine. She takes on Liv. Yeah, she takes on Liv. Yeah. So we got that match coming. Yeah, that's on SmackDown. You are right. So this was a pretty good hard-hitting match. It was so hard-hitting that we got bitches losing their hair out there. That's how hard hitting this lady's match was. Hey, she's used to trying to just mess with that wardrobe. She lost her wig over this one. Poor Jay Cargill out there. The wig got the best of her. And you could really tell at the end of this thing, maybe they had to change something on the fly because her whole attention was to keeping that lid on. Towards the end of that match.
That looks bad. And the thing is, she has wrestled without that damn wig before. It's not like she hasn't. That's the thing. She has.
Well, she has longer hair itself, but it seems way shorter.
It seems real short right now. I'll just go without a little bit more and just start wrestling without it. Because the last thing you're going to want is to concentrate on keeping your damn friggin' wig on, man.
Make it a payoff. Put a stipulation. Lose your wig match.
That would bury her. Let's not do that. So
there we go. Of course, we get the baddies. They're involved inside of this matchup. They come out, they beat up Charlotte. Here comes Alexa Bliss for the save. The numbers game gets Bliss as well. Tiffy time. She makes a big pop for Tiffy time as she makes her way out to even the numbers. So they brawl. with the baddies, through this entire thing here. Also, when talk about that off timing, there was some sloppy timing even before the wig incident. This, like most notably, right after that spot where they're brawling on the outside, where we got the baddies, Tiffy, and Bliss, like Charlotte's going up to hit a crossbody, and like it takes this like weird, awkward transition for everyone for Charlotte to get in place. So Jade's just kind of walking, like stumbling, like for an extra 10 seconds, which seems like an eternity when you want that move to be really crisp there.
Yeah, I mean, is it just me, Rick, or is this happening way too often than ever? I don't remember back in the day seeing this. And when I say back in the day, I'm talking about 80s, 90s, where
it's difficult to get up there and get perched real quick, especially when you're winded and if you're sweating. It's hard to get your footing on that top rope. Charlotte's always been a little slow on it. That's why all these positions, like her moonsault stuff, it just takes too long.
Right,
you kind of get that. You get that just a little bit of that cool visual, but the landings are dangerous. Do it once in a while. Don't try to get this off the top shit every match. They didn't need that there.
If it was taped, no problem. You can edit that shit and you can make it look like it was good. But you're right. As far as when it's live, do you stomp this shit out at this point?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be something. And again, they're moving so fast in the match, and you get into a spot like that, it's a little difficult. In this match itself, again, Charlotte goes over. I do want to give some credit here to Lyra, the Bird. That girl can fly in the ring. She is so crisp in so many ways. I just wish they could get some character with her, get a storyline direction going for her, really get some momentum behind her. But because when it comes bell to bell, she's damn good in there.
She can go, absolutely. But I think it's on her when it comes to character development. She needs to find out who the hell she is.
She's young. And it's what they're giving her. These kids can't craft any of this stuff. They go to there, they say we want ideas. They don't want that. They want you to fall in line and do what the hell they're telling you. And just the gimmicks they gave her and shit. But I think one of the bigger things, Charlotte, as speculation the last couple of weeks, we thought that Jade and Charlotte would take each other out of this match. But it looks like we're going to get a different direction here, because I think one of the fallouts here, again, Charlotte will square off against Liv Morgan coming up this Friday. But what are we looking at? United States, maybe that next challenger for the Women's United States Championship to be Jade Cargill, because her and Tiffy seem to be having that beef now, because later in the evening, it's Tiffy and Chelsea Green versus the baddies. Jade gets involved in this match, takes Tiffany Stratton out on the outside on the floor, leaves Green to fend for herself. Numbers game get her. They get beat. So you got to believe sooner than later, that big match, just off she was just a women's champ, maybe redirecting her attentions towards Tiffany and United States Championship will be Jade Cargill. Also in that match, man, Chelsea Green's popularity is growing. Crowd is loving her. When she gets that next big win, they're gonna explode, because she gets so close and the people are right there on the edge of their seat to have that pulled back. That's pretty good with it, because when she does get that big payoff, the audience is going to explode and love it.
Well, WWE though care about all that, because I mean, you can see with what they do with LA Knight, they don't care if the fans are put him over or not. They still don't actually give him what he really wants. As the same with Chelsea Green, especially when she's come out and said publicly she wants to have a child soon. So I don't know if WWE is going to trust her to have that sort of run again for the time being, because look at every other woman that's had a kid in recent times.
I'm not necessarily saying who. I mean, it's been top girls that came back and got their spots. I mean, Chelsea's still trying to grab that spot.
Right.
Now, there has been some bad timing with that. Naomi, Becky, they have the championships, and that happens there. I don't think that's really going to be an influencer on their decisions. I don't know if Chelsea's going to be set for like a top women's championship. I think it's got to be something different than the United States Championship, because she's held that so many times. Maybe you can go back to that, but she can have a big moment. She can do a lot of things. She is so talented, very gifted, and that character work, that connection. How do you become the top babyface? What does that say?
Yeah,
be the top heel.
Cool heel. Yeah,
be the top heel. Be a cool heel. They're going to rally behind you on that. So the crowd absolutely loves her. Got Jade and Tiffy there. Also, women's action. A lot of women's. Blue Brand becoming very female, frequent, heavy, if you will. That we don't see that quite. Like seems like Raw, they've scaled it back quite a bit, and we're getting multiple segments on SmackDown featuring the ladies.
Do you think the women now have deserve their own show at this point. It's
don't
gotten
know.
to the point where they've got
No,
that many women. They need to
No,
do that.
because I think a lot of people, when you hear conversations and they say, "What's the better show right now?" People are saying Raw.
Well, yeah.
What's what knocks you here against NXT?
Too many women. Yeah, exactly.
Evolution last year put on some great matches. Arguably match of the year for them. Right. Ripley and Io.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, bottom of the barrel buy rates.
And it was the same thing with the first one as well, man. It seems to not be clicking, I guess.
I don't think it's there yet. I did pitch up. Juggernaut, I were talking about. I think I talked to you a little bit about it too. But I mean, ESPN is going to a female Sunday night showcase. I would think it would be brilliant of WWE to offer up their services. Hey, give us an hour to do a special spotlight show on our women's division. So when it's surrounded by WNBA, women's soccer, when it's in that kind of realm, anything else that they put up there featuring women's spotlight in sports, let's see what numbers that the female superstars at WWE control. Let's see if that generates some interest there.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good spot to put them in too, amongst all that, because they're the most popular women's sports right now that people actually care about.
Well, we'll see. We still say people care about the ratings still aren't there, but if you're going to group them, you're going to put them in to try to bring some notoriety to it, to bring some eyes on that product. As we got over there at our spoon saying women's division does deserve its own show. 2-hour segments, one during the week, the other on Saturday mornings. Saturday morning wrestling is dead.
Especially with women. I don't know if anyone would really care on Saturday morning, especially kids. Could be wrong though.
Kids aren't watching TV on Saturday mornings anymore.
No, they're not. They're not anymore.
They got sports. They got things going on.
You're right. It's true. It's done.
Also on the show, we got 2 other ladies segments. Scream Mode. They defeat Fatal Influence. This is Reed and Hanley. Nice little callback in here. I don't think I've seen her use this thing yet since her return, but she goes to it twice in here. Paige pulls out the PTO, the Paige tap out.
Sure.
Heels are doing heel things here. JC gets ejected, kind of in that melee, everything that's happening. This allows, in typical fashion of what Scream Mode's kind of done, there is a miscommunication, a falter amongst their competitors, and they capitalize. As JC's getting kind of the attention, her girls are looking around. I believe it was Reed who gets rolled up. So Scream Mode again retains here. Want to give them credit. They're putting in the work. They are defending champions. They're getting that ring time. But Jimmy, this division has turned into the drizzling shit since WrestleMania. Remember how high we are? How high we were going into WrestleMania? I mean, the women's tag division was one of the spotlights. You look forward because they had the stars at different teams, and they felt like they were gelling as teams. I mean, sure, it was a little annoying with the hugging and BFF stuff, but there was some attention there. They were having good matches.
It was. Yeah, no, it was.
You had monster champs that everybody was trying to chase that were getting put down. And for that big pop moment, for some reason, to this Divas reunion tour, it completely has destroyed what momentum that division had.
Again, it goes back to Nia Jax. Has she got some hate again? Has she done something?
So that's the reason to ruin the entire division? Just because Nia has heat on her?
It seems like it. I mean, when you look at it, since Nia now hasn't been a thing, the division hasn't been a thing. Since they lost the belts, look what's happened.
Not division, just
no, not that. Of course not. Right,
creative.
Exactly.
Julia takes out your girl is Julia. Look at her. She takes out Kiana James, so that little feud continues to roll on. We'll see where that's going there. We also got Trick, Carmelo, and Mr. Aints. Trick's out in the ring. He's the leader of the new school. In fact, you can just call him Trick James, bitches. That's what he is.
Bitch.
Trick James, bitch. He is at the top of the game. He feels bad. He felt let down his performance in the King of the Ring, but that's all right because he's still at the top. He's still the United States champion. People are still lining up to take him on. And welcome to the revolution. It was kind of funny. Like you had that huge pop for Trick dropping that Trick James, bitch. You hit that huge pop and then you hit revolution. As soon as you hit, welcome to the revolution. It's dead.
Literally.
Right? But what's hilarious here, like the crowd has like a moment to just sit down, like 5 seconds to sit down, and then they hit Carmelo Hayes music, and everyone's popping again. Like everyone's back on their feet. Dude,
I feel like Ricky Aints, as you call him, which I love, by the way. Now I'm going to start using that. he's felt like the third wheel in this friggin' thing. It just didn't seem, he just doesn't fit this sort of feud right now. But you know what I would do? Possibly, they won't do it. But I think it would, those guys as heels, I'm talking about Mello and Aints, and I know Ricky Aints is a heel. If they were under Trick Williams, and I know it's not going to happen because egos, it just wouldn't allow it with their characters. But if they were to, there would be an actual not bad sort of stable if Trick was the leader of these guys, because they've all got similar, like, I'm better than everyone else attitudes.
Well, the problem is when you got these guys together, you really you look at their resumes and you look at who checks the boxes. Well, Trick pretty much checks, hits them all. He's up here. Carmelo's right there, and then it's like Saints is like nowhere near it. No. So essentially, here Trick's bragging on himself. They all want championship opportunities. So Trick says, "Hey, you two settle it. You guys settle it." Expecting we'll probably get that next week. They're going to have a match. The winner of Ricky Aints, Carmelo Hayes, is going to get a U.S. title opportunity, Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. So we'll probably get that next week.
They ain't winning it, that's for sure. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Who would you rather see win there? I mean, would you rather have Aints as just a run through, you just get it over with, and then we can really focus on a long-term one-on-one program with Carmelo Hayes?
I would rather do that only because Mello and Trick, I think, deserve a bigger stage than doing it in Saudi Arabia.
They're not going back and telling anything with their story. They're not telling us their great history. So
but if they are going to do that,
missing that.
They are completely missing it. But hopefully, look, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, which probably is still failures. I'm hoping they're saving this for a later time at a bigger event like SummerSlam, saying, and then you can tell the story about their history. But for now, I'd rather have Ricky Aints get run through by Trick in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, it's nice to see this. Triple A Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Ray Phoenix, your defending champion. He defeats Axiom. Fun, high-flying match. Expected here. Ray kind of gets a put over on TV. He gets to showcase the championship. Right. Nice little match, though. He gets the win. Did you catch any WCW Cruiserweight vibes from this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time you see the luchadors out there, it gives me WCW luchador vibes. But to be fair, as the professor loves saying, the WCW Cruiserweights back then just felt more special compared to the way WWE's booking their luchadors.
It's not necessarily WWE's booking. It's over the years.
Aura? I mean, it's
over the years. I see what you're saying there. It is kind of cool to, it adds that extra spice to it when both of the competitors in there have the traditional luchador mask and that look with them. But here's where it's lost. And everyone just thought that WCW was so brilliant. They would say, oh, they knew how to use them. They knew how to book that division. Well, no. What the problem now is, and what's made them stand out then, is the style was different. Now everybody from the curtain jerkers to the main event wrestle that style.
Actually, that's a great point. I didn't think of it like that. When
we got 300 pounders out there doing, suicide dives, copas, 900, whatever the hell you got out there. Every musclehead, like a guy like Brian Cage, people are like, oh, it's so great what he does with the size. No, he ruined that. No. He ruined that.
He did.
What was special to them. Right. It's not just him. But so now when I see super heavyweights going out there and wrestling like cruiserweights, it takes away the aura. It takes away the mystique. It takes away what makes them special. That's why you need that variety.
No, absolutely. And what's even sadder, they think that's what the people want for the most part, which is crazy.
When you go to the buffet, you don't want every station to just be steak. Now, steak's a wonderful dish, but you're going to get tired of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
You don't want steak salad. You don't want, and then your entree is steak with mashed steak and then steak sundaes. No, you're going to get tired of steak.
Absolutely tired of steak. I'm going to start hating steak, and I love steak, for crying out loud.
Right. So so now the 180 pound to 200 pound guy doesn't look special at all because he doesn't have anything unique to them.
Yeah, well, people like Brian Cage that does that shit, they're just total idiots.
Well, it's also contributing to a lack of interest at times when it comes to women's wrestling. They try to do too much shit like the men.
They all do that, right? No, you're right. They all do it. And they feel like they've got a point to prove.
That's great. That's great. You can do it. That you want to be the boys and all that. but you're not as athletic. You're not built for it. It's the reason. It's the reason that the WNBA will never be the NBA. We can appreciate it. It's fun. It's competitive. It's something great for them, a spotlight. That's what their whole early marketing was. We're fundamentals because they can't dunk and they know it.
Jeez. You know what's funny about that? If you put it under 15s boys from high school against probably like Team USA of the women, right? Professionals, the boys will give them a run, if not beat them, dude. That's been proven more than once.
Our women's national soccer team, who is one of the best.
Done. Yeah. And they lost the boys.
Handed to them from a high school boys team.
That's the same with the Australian team, bro. It wasn't
even competitive.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, man. And that's a fact.
The high schoolers beat them down.
It's true. Heck, even Serena Williams lost to an absolute spud, bro. Like when it comes to tennis, like the world 1000, who was smoking during the game too, and still destroyed Serena Williams.
They beat on that women's soccer team like Ike beat on Tina.
Wasn't it like 15-4 or something like that?
I think they just asked the boys to like hold off a little bit. You know, there was like a mercy rule.
They destroyed them, and they were high school kids, man.
Yeah. So there is a difference. So you gotta find what makes it. This isn't a complete knock. It's fact. It is.
It's
not even that. It's you need to find something that makes you special, that makes you stand out.
Oh yeah, that's what it comes down to, man. Stop copying the boys. Stop trying to impress the boys.
We do it here on this show. How many times have I told you? We gotta find ways to stand out from every format of every review show.
Right. Absolutely.
That's why we don't just go segment by segment here. We treat this thing more like an ESPN Sports Center where we're coming at you with the big stories. We're grouping things together.
Right.
Everybody else in the world does it the same format way. And we try to do it a little different here. And that's what those divisions need to do.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Vic. I couldn't put it any better than how you just put it.
Let's talk about the big story coming out of SmackDown this past week. And we still get the developments there around the Universal Championship. We got Cody and Sammy. They're going to talk it out in the ring. Sammy, the last good guy. Sami Zayn is here. Got that new t-shirt, the last good guy. Sammy's out there, man. He's laying out the history. He's telling Cody, hey, you had all these great moments. Remember that moment when you finished your story? And he names off all these great people that made it down to the ring. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, John Cena. But who was the first guy in that ring, Jimmy? Who was the first guy out there?
It was Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Sammy also points out that list of stars and friends that Cody had. Where are they now? Are they Cody's friends now? He's had beef with them. They're nowhere around. But Cody was there, or Sammy was there, even when he knew that should have been his spot, but he cheered on Cody because he is a good guy. And now he is the last good guy.
He ain't lying.
Cody in response says, the fans, they're chanting Sammy sucks. Because he kind of sucks. He's changed. All he's doing is whining. All he's doing is whining, and he comes off as desperate.
Well, yeah, he does.
As long as Cody Rhodes has that championship, that means that Sammy will never be the champion.
You see, I just want to say, tell me, for once, I actually agree with Sami Zayn in this, and it felt more like Cody was a complete douchebag in this segment in many ways.
I'm getting a little worried in this that they're both coming off like douchebags.
Well, yeah, I mean, they are. They're both coming across as douchebags.
Both kind of whining right now about everything. But so he tells him he's never going to be champ. He's desperate. And they tell him he sucks because he does suck. We just talked about Rick James. Well, what did the 5-finger say to the face? Slap.
Slap.
Sammy slap. We're talking power slap levels of power there. He slaps him. He immediately, I'm sorry, I did that. He's a little frustrated. Sammy's trying to, smooth things over. Slap right back. Cody slaps him right back.
Jesus Christ.
So we got a little throw out. I'm sure you guys have talked about this over on the SMB, Suck My Balls, South Park podcast. I'm going slap, happy. Gonna slap you. This time around, Sammy goes out. He gets the chair. He looks like he wants to use the thing, but he is the last good guy. So he drops the chair and goes to the back. Gunther, he wants to have a conversation with Aldis. After what we saw transpire there, Gunther's done some thinking. One, he realizes he needs an official in there that knows what the hell they're doing.
And a
Can't
good
make
guy too, he
like,
said.
can't make a mistake like letting someone's foot under the ropes, but even more than a good official. He, as you said, Jimmy, he needs a good guy. A good guy to go out there, call that match. So Gunther has decided the stipulation for next week in Kansas City. It's going to be Cody Rhodes defending the Universal Championship against Gunther, special guest referee Sami Zayn. Did I tell you last week that we were going to get this? Did I tell you last week?
You did.
I thought they'd probably do it over in Saudi.
But they're doing it here.
I'm wondering now, though, if we get some kind of schmaz finish and we get a triple threat for the championship.
That's possible and more than likely. But what I was actually leaning towards, if they actually put some more story to it, is if Sammy does end up helping Cody win the match, but on the condition he's going to pester him after that by saying, I helped you beat freaking Gunther. If it wasn't for me, you would have lost. You wouldn't be champion. Now I want the title shot come Night of Champions because he helped him.
What if you opened up SmackDown though with Gunther just coming out as we're waiting for the main event and saying, you know what, Sammy, when I am champion, I'm not going to be like Cody Rhodes, who gave you all these fake promises saying you were next. I have a contract here. I have it writing that you will be the next challenger.
Well, if that's the case, doesn't that make Cody look like an idiot again? Like,
well, but Cody wouldn't do that, though. I mean, Cody's not going to offer a guarantee like that. He's already said, "Hey, I'm going to give you an opportunity."
No.
Back on it.
I'm saying that's his
Gunther is the smart one that will put it in writing.
Right? Exactly. No, you're right, and that could possibly happen too. But my whole shtick is that he will help Cody win, but then he's going to ask for that title match because he helped Cody win.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. But what you're saying makes more sense. It's more something that would be. I can see WWE going down that sort of way, though, with what you said.
Big stories there from SmackDown. Again, we're going to get next week. Kansas City. Here we come. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Universal Championship. Sami Zayn, special guest referee.
You know, though, in the UK, they do title changes. Wait, is that going to be in the UK?
No, it's in Kansas City.
No?
I just said Kansas City.
That's right.
Let's Kansas City moved. I don't know.
No. It'll be Kansas.
Let's talk a little Red Brand. Let's do a little Raw dogging. Dominating story here on this show. We got some King of the Ring stuff that we're going to talk about. But the main story through this thing opens the show. The Bloodline. Roman Reigns, the Uso boys, and Jacob Fatu are in the house as they come down. You know, that weird energy at 5. It kind of seems like Jacob still doesn't want to be there, doesn't feel committed, maybe like he belongs. But Roman lets him know that the werewolf, you do belong. You are a part of the bloodline. Jay and Jimmy don't seem to be on board with it quite here. But Roman,
Jay particularly.
Yeah, Jay, hothead Jay, man. Hothead burrito Jay. A hot eat coming in. But Roman, I guess to smooth things over, he has a gift for Uma, or not Uma. For Jacob Fatu. What is the thing called, the bracelet thing?
Ulafala.
That's what I said, the Ulafala. That's what I had written down. He gives him the Ulafala.
Right.
Who gives him the Uma Urban?
The Uma
Hey, the Uma Thurman might be better than Uma Fala.
Good actress.
Which one would you want?
The Thurman, that's another one.
I'll take the hot blonde over the Peppers.
Yeah, any day. Fuck yeah, bro. Oh, that's good.
Again, this shows that bond between them, and they have some talks throughout this show. Also, hey, sitting at ringside, it's going to be in Street Fighter with Roman Reigns. He's got a new movie coming out on Netflix with John Cena called Little Brother. It's actor, comedian Eric Andre, big wrestling fan, sitting there front row, and he's cheering it on, gets the acknowledgement from the tribal chief. He said they're both in the Street Fighter movie. Well, as the Bloodline's exiting the ring, got that brand new Umafala on him. He checks that out. You don't touch that. Don't touch that property. That's a no-no, right, Jimmy?
It's a big no-no, and I can't believe he actually did that. And the way he grabbed it too, he's like,
apparently, they want you to get that visual. Well, this sets off the werewolf. You don't grab a dog by its collar. This sets off the werewolf. Yanks him right over the wall and beats him down.
Beat the shit out of him, bro.
Yes. Goes up, hits the big splash. And I love this segment too. a few different reasons, but in a sense, it's like even Roman, like man, he's still a wild animal. We still got to tighten that chain on him. But Roman's like, Roman just kind of gives that look like he loves it. Do it again. He gives the call to destroy him. He goes up and hits him again with this thing.
Oh man, that was sick. I actually liked it.
The call to destroy him, and I do want to put over in this thing, Eric Andre. He did more selling in 5 minutes than I've seen in AEW in 2 months. He was selling this thing all the way to the back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he sold like a champ, bro. Straight up, like he looked like he belonged, like for real. Like he knew
he respected it. Even halfway back the aisles are carrying him out. He falls down again. Did you catch like one of the people in the crowd like, get the stretch? I was surprised they didn't stretcher him out.
Yeah, there was a guy who was screaming all sorts of shit just randomly, like he stood out. But yeah, man, that was a great segment. I'm not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was a good start to Raw, as Raw should start, like with something like along these lines. But Jacob, man, I'm liking his storyline again. They've reset the Bloodline storyline, and I'm intrigued again.
We were really worried about where he goes from here,
right?
And I think they've done a great job with this one.
They have, man. I know we've all been complaining that it's the same shit's been going on for 10 years at this point. It feels like
this is a different look to me. I'm not complaining about it. I love these long stories because now we got this street soldier, this top soldier. I think Roman realizes who should be that number 2 for him.
And that's what he's playing. He's playing that shit.
He's got to appease everybody, though. Jay's kind of got his thing with the King of the Ring, but if he can keep this vicious war with it, there's nothing that they can't do.
Right.
And it does seem like the Usos aren't completely getting it, but they trust Roman's logic, it seems, at this point. But even Roman, though, in the backstage segment says, if you guys want to take care of something, we need to shut LA Knight up. He's been running his mouth too much. So Jay is all about it because, they have had their issues. Going back even to just the Friday night during the King of the Ring match. But Jimmy is the voice of reason. He's the cool-headed one. Got hot-headed, the cool-head. So Jimmy's like, let me go handle this. Then what you know? LA Knight, he's out in the ring during his segment. He's going right at it. He's talking about the Bloodline, all their old BS. They're up to it again. He was robbed again. Solo hit him with the spike. He was there to protect his brothers. Jay and Jimmy, they keep just making excuses about this. And again, it's about Roman Reigns, and he's dodging him. He wants that opportunity. Should have been there. Jimmy comes out. They have a little talk. Tries to settle down Knight. Seems like he's getting a little bit of leeway with him. Getting some understanding.
Right.
Oh, here comes Jay. Hothead Jay's out here. This sets it all off. And Jay are fighting here. Jimmy gets hit in the middle of it. So then Jimmy super kicks LA Knight.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing. LA Knight actually gets the advantage on the Uso brothers. He's kind of standing tall until he gets that tongue and death group. The werewolf is out there on the scene out of nowhere. And he pretty much just puts LA Knight down. When that wolf attacks and puts that tongue and death grip on you, there's nowhere to go.
Dude, he's so good too. He makes things look so real. I'm talking about Jacob Fatu, the way he does these things, the way he works. He's just a machine, bro. But you know what? Here he is. He should be called the cleaner of the Bloodline because he's there to clean up the Usos' mess. Basically, it's their mess. He cleaned it up for them, and they're still not appreciative.
Well, even going back to the segment where Roman was talking about someone needs to take care of LA Knight, he even mentions, like, maybe I should just release Fatu on him. And that's when the Usos were like, let us do it here. And ultimately, Jimmy took that advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exactly what happened. But everyone had to get involved.
We had a big return to Monday Night Raw, in-ring return. We haven't seen him in over a year, Jimmy. Chad Gable is back. Wonder where that guy's been.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a new theme song.
I don't know. Yeah. Didn't think it was too popular. People didn't like it, but I guess you got to come up with something
different.
He needs a little something more upbeat with it to grab that audience. You got to get that big pop. So Chad Gable's back. Again, we put it over. We had an entire conversation about it last week. A great clip here. Go check that out on the platform under the video section, Hameen Media Group YouTube channel. They got something special here with Chad Gable. Something very special.
And they know it. They know that too, because like you were saying, like he's got a new theme song. He seems like he's rejuvenated. He's ready for that spot. But they still got to tread carefully with his story. And who does he need to apologize still to? Is it going to be Grande
Well,
Americano?
as he was making his way to the ring, you see he says that right there in the back
Maxine.
is Maxine, which indicates they have past history of the wrongs that he did to the Alpha Academy. So I think, I think there's something there to help that team, to re-energize that team as well. There's something with her. This match itself, I loved it. I loved the match. I loved it. Absolutely loved this match. What didn't you like about it?
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. It just seemed like a normal, like a typical sort of Gable match to me. It was nothing special.
Reintroducing him to this audience. You're soaking in that energy from the crowd within, and you're reminding yourself of what this guy is about. He's
a machine, no doubt about it, bro.
Machine. Everything is so smooth and crisp. The suplexes look great. The way he delivers with his arch, the contact, moves like a legit wrestler.
Well, he is.
Singlets and polo helmet wrestler. I'm going to put down pro wrestling. But yeah, I mean, he's so smooth in his transitions. Every move makes sense. And in there to have it against a guy like Rusev that shows that he can max out. I mean, Chad looks amazing. He's just got that height disadvantage.
And he destroyed him too, bro. Made him freaking tap.
He can throw him around, he can throw him around. Rusev had some devastating moves there. Big stops on the back for the Alkalade. I know a lot of people are talking, it's just doing the same thing with these luchadors. Well, if you think in another sense, I mean, he does owe them. Because we've just learned what he respects about their culture. And that is the first step for his apologies is to them and the Lucha Libre and all that. But ultimately, the pairing with him and Ray, I especially love because it's like a passing of the torch from the greatest underdog in WWE history, Rey Mysterio, to Chad Gable, who that's going to be the story. This guy has all the accolades, the resume, but is the size going to stop him from reaching the pinnacle? And who told that story better than Rey Mysterio? He's the greatest underdog to go up there and grab a championship in pro wrestling history.
And there'll never be another one, I think, on Ray's level because there will be no smaller guy in the issue.
It might be this guy here because there's a lot bigger guys that he might have to get in there and face. I mean, you're looking in need of it.
Yeah, but you know what? With Chad Gable, though, he comes across as believable, even against bigger guys. You never think he's believable. Well, yeah, no, but really though, you never feel like he's way too small, or like even if he took on Brock Lesnar, sure, the size difference would be huge. But I believe that he could easily German suplex Brock like nothing.
I don't know if we're there yet. Jargo and I talked about that last week, man. It's going to take a while to get us to Brock, but there's a lot of potential, a lot of room between now and
then. It'd be awesome.
If
It'd be
Brock's
pretty
even
sick.
still around at that point, but
right.
On this episode, we get a video promo hyping the soon-to-be returning CM Punk. A very pumped-up CM Punk is what we've seen photos surfacing online. I know you wanted to talk about this. I talked about it a little bit yesterday with the vet. What was it? Friday, as I'm getting ready to head to work, I open up the social media, and I see a bunch of threads in different groups. Rumors are swirling that CM Punk has heat.
Nah.
I'm like, and then I start looking at who's verified these. Where did this come from? None of it seemed credible. None of it seemed believable. Here's what this is for anyone that's buying into this.
Please,
it's nothing more than CM Punk was a workhorse for this company. While they had a handful of top stars on the shelf, Punk showed up every week, carried the championship, did his best with half-ass creative to get that match over with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and he's on vacation. He's on a summer break.
That's all it is. I can't believe people have been running with this bullshit, bro. Straight up. I'll just laugh at it. Again, common sense, folks. He's got no heat. He's just taking some time off. Like you said, he's been running himself like crazy, man. He's always been the guy there that WWE could fall back on with everyone not being around. And now it's his turn to take a bit of time off, man. Give him a break. That's all it is.
Give him a break. Let him he's getting fresh. He looks great. If those photos are legit of him in the gym, he's looking better than ever. He's dedicated. He doesn't have to worry about being on the road or anything like that.
Right.
There's no testing. Might be, who knows? Yep. But so everyone thinks steroids. There's other things you can take. There's supplements you can take. And this guy has access to the best dietitians, the best physical trainers in the world as well.
And so what if he's a hypocrite, drug-free and blah, blah, blah? That doesn't even bother me.
No, hold on. Why would taking a supplement make you a hypocrite.
Because supposedly when you're straight edge, you know how he says drug free on his knuckles?
All right.
That means you can't take an aspirin, bro.
No, that does not. That means you're not using illegal narcotics and alcohol.
Right, but everybody's saying, no. He said he's drug free of everything and whatnot.
Yeah,
that means he's not allowed to take anything.
Illegal narcotics.
I know.
If you don't think he's ever taken an Advil or a Tylenol in your life, you're delusional.
You're an idiot. Yeah. Straight up. What about for his staph infection that he was complaining about before he left from WWE in his first run? You think he wasn't taking anything for that?
Yeah.
Please.
The Z-Packs, all that.
Yeah.
Guys,
all the time.
Guys mid-40s. I guarantee you he's popping a Blue Chew.
Yeah, 100%, unfortunately.
I got a hot date later on tonight. I'm going to eat like 12 of them.
Lucky for you guys, you've got easy access to that. For us, we need to be prescribed to that shit, which is just bullshit.
Oh, ours is just going to a grocery store now and buying them.
Yeah, I know. I like that. I hate the fact that we need to be prescribed to it. It's ridiculous.
I can't wait for the doctor to prescribe me a boner. I need that now. It'll be interesting to see where CM Punk gets, no pun intended here, to see where CM Punk gets inserted into storylines as we get heading toward SummerSlam now.
That will be interesting where he does get inserted.
Yeah, straight edge, all right. Straight edge erections.
Oh shit.
Let's talk a little King and Queen of the Ring here. What we got on Raw? We got some previews of our semifinals that we're going to be seeing on SmackDown this week. Charlotte, she's going to be against Liv Morgan.
Yeah,
this Friday. She got a little warm up match on Monday, yesterday with Roxy, sweet Roxy. Charlotte defeats her here. Poor Roxy. No one's putting her over except for us here at This Week in WWE. That's why we gave. We never get to see her backside.
That's a prodigy, yes, bro.
We never get to see her backside because she's always laying on it, looking up at the light. So we put her backside, featured on our thumbnail, and we put her over because we love Roxy. She talk about one of those great talents that they've had that has a brilliant future ahead of her as soon as they let her break out. But Charlotte goes over there. The real story, though, I think that the big pop moment before they get to the match. There you go. What did it say?
He means he's not snorting the coca like Jimmy T.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I hate that shit. Straight up.
Probably the biggest take home that if you missed it, go look for their video, WWE's YouTube channel. It's right there. It's like a minute and a half. But before the Roxy and Charlotte match, Liv knocks on the door, approaches a dark entrance,
trying to flirt with Danhausen,
and you're just who I'm looking for. And immediately a pop as she walks in, and Danhausen's in there working away in his lab, and Olivia. And she says, I know you're a big fan of mine, and I got a favor to ask you. And she unzips that jacket seductively, and she's got the Danhausen shirt on, and she slips it off to show that beautiful body. Danhausen, nice shirt. Hope you paid for that. She reaches up and she gently caresses his elbow. That sensational touch from Olivia that's supposed to send shivers through his body. And whoa, I love when he hits that when he gets excited about something or has a brilliant idea. And I found my teeth, found my jar of teeth. I've been looking for those.
And then he's telling you to pay fucking some human monies.
Yes, he needs human monies. If she needs anything, human monies. But he's in high demand right now. So she just realizes this is not working. She gets turned off by it, and she just storms out. And goodbye, Olivia.
This is a great segment, man. Love the man.
What her finish is the Oblivion, right?
Right. That's the one.
Well, in this segment, Danhausen was oblivious to what the hell her intentions were.
She was definitely oblivious.
Yes.
To what Liv was doing. Now that was awesome, man. It's
again, a minute and a half, 90 seconds. Best thing on the show.
Absolutely, man. 100%. He's killing it, man. I can't say nothing bad about it, Danhausen.
Best thing on the show. Let's talk maybe not so good on the show here. Javon Evans defeats Austin Theory by DQ. You have Javon Evans come out there, try to give it there. He's trying to hype up his opportunity coming up this week. I felt so bad for everyone involved in this segment, especially Javon and Theory. So Logan Paul comes out.
Yikes.
You'd think that Corey Graves had popped a few blue chews the way he was getting off on the return of Logan Paul. But they offer a spot. They say, hey, you're a good young kid. We want you in the Vision. And he turns them down. And I even liked how Javon played too. He's like, we know where this is going. Just get a referee out here. Like, we know we're getting them
yeah. Pulls his pants down and everything, bro.
But we're right before the main event. We're right before the main event, and everybody just wants to get to it. We're over that 2.5 hour mark.
Right. And they felt rushed too.
This match?
No, just the way that
went on
was.
Forever.
Yeah, you think so? It didn't really go on for that long.
I felt like it went on forever. You get the back and forth. Two great young athletes here, Javon Evans, Austin Theory. Big moment, though. Big workout moment, pop for that audience. He's going for that OG cutter, and he turns around only to be speared, broken in half by Braun Breaker. Big time spear. That causes the DQ. They're beating down the young OG. Cue the Street Profits, and it's just not Montez Ford. Dawkins is back. They all come out and brawl and kind of end the segment there.
What would he do? I guess when it comes to the Street Profits.
I like him and all that. It's just, it felt like this point we all just wanted to get to the main event.
I do too, and you're right. We did want to just get to the main event, but I still don't like their way they're being booked, to be honest.
I think we just gotta, and now with the whole, now Braun's a tag team champion, but he's still dealing with Seth.
Yeah,
maybe just get the titles away from the Vision. Let's see where
let's just blow this shit up already. But at this point, man.
Io Sky, she defeats in an actual Queen of the Ring match. Io goes to the finals. She's going to be waiting on either Liv or Charlotte. Everybody expecting this. This was her tournament to win. Yep. She defeats Raquel Rodriguez. Io comes firing out, knowing she's got to chop down the monster. Hits all of her big spots. One of the things that stood out to me in my notes here, Jimmy, is no Judgment Day assistance.
No, oddly enough. I wonder why. What's up with that?
And Liv was out there with Roxy.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, do you think we're gonna get what's her name, Raquel, complaining about that? And did you notice she was bleeding around her butt area?
I did not notice the anal bleeding, but I'll have to go back and look at that.
I don't know if she was on her rags or no. I'm pretty sure it was probably a cut, but you could see a little bit of blood around her pants.
Raquel,
Raquel, that is right.
Raquel.
Ah, yes, Ragcal. I like that.
Yes, Ragcal.
I just did a Danhausen. Yes. Ragcal. I like that a lot. You're on fire today, Rick. I'm not going to lie. Geez.
Our Obafemi main event. Whoa, Obafemi, Dirty Dom. Man, I think we all had a lot of great conversations and speculations about this thing over the last couple of weeks. Vet laid out an amazing ending yesterday on the Monday Locker Room to just have Brock Lesnar come in F5 Dirty Dom to get the disqualification. The two big men don't touch. Brock goes, he screwed him over.
See, simple.
It was so good. Like if anything else happened, I was going to be disappointed. But I'll tell you what really disappointed me is this was the main event, and they didn't do any build for this. Like little hype things throughout the show or anything, or talk to Oba, talk to Dom,
nothing,
highlight packages. We got a little graphic at the very beginning of the show, and that was it. It was always like you forgot about it for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, they should have had remember back in the day with Mean Gene Oakland, sitting there about to talking to the rest right before they walk out. You could hear their music playing. And hyping up the match. We had none of that.
Stories intertwined throughout the whole show, and then you get a payoff. Nothing. So didn't get anything with that. No Brock, anything like that. Oba goes over. He gives up a little bit of offense to Dirty Dom because of some underhanded tactics. The Judgment Day, JD, they try to use the ring hammer. They hit a couple 619 kicks. They do a low blow. Pretty much a squash.
Yeah, and I was just so disappointed, especially after what Vet laid out, what we were laying out. We're thinking something like that will happen, surely, but none of that should happen. And I'm confused. I'm confused again.
And we also that kind of wraps up all the Raw stuff here. So we wrap up the show here this week. Let's take an early bird look at our next PLE. We're going to be going across the sands of time, Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions. So far, we got 4 matches that we're looking at. So real quick, we'll talk about them here. Io Sky is going to be taking on Liv Morgan or Charlotte Flair. What do you got on that one, Jimmy? Thoughts on this one? I think it's going to be Liv.
So do I. I've got a feeling it's going to be Liv now since we don't have Mummy in this. story anymore. So
She
yeah, I'm
is
gonna go with this.
she is presumably the destination.
Well, yeah, if Io wins, yeah, that's
Well,
true.
what? No,
Io
because
wins,
if Liv wins, that's the only choice. Liv can't wrestle herself at SummerSlam. Maybe she could. Maybe
no,
that is
with
an
her, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna go with Io actually because we got to finish that story though, man. We have to.
I get that
Rhea needs to
story.
get a win.
I know it's intriguing if that's, but I'm okay with either. Well, except for, I don't want Charlotte to win this thing.
She's not gonna win it.
I want
If she wins it, I'll be shocked.
I want it to be Liv and Io. That brings the excitement there because they both have great stories to tell with Ripley. And I'm not going to be completely mad. I know a lot of people are going to just want that Io, that Ripley story with everything, their history. But Liv's got a lot of history there, and I'd love to see those women titles unified.
Yeah, I don't
We
care
just
who.
need one.
Actually, that's a good idea too. Well, I don't care either way who wins that because it makes sense for whoever wins it. But yeah, if you're going to save the Io thing for say a Mania, make it a bigger deal, then I'm fine with that. With Liv winning, and then if we're going to unify those women's championships, then hell yeah, I'm down for that because there's another story.
Too many belts floating around.
I agree with that, but they're not going to unify them. That.
Obo Femi, he's waiting on the winner of Jey Uso, Javon Evans. This one's a little tricky. It seems a little too early for Oba or for Javon. Audience doesn't seem too excited about Jay, but we do got the story. There's two ends to the table. Can the Bloodline completely dominate and run WWE?
I mean, these series are such a spanner, man, right now in the works of shit that I'm not sure what the fuck's going to happen here because it would be cool to see Oba go up against, say, a Roman Reigns, but then do you still put in the Brock Lesnar factor and actually have him lose to Roman? Or do you make him win?
Does he become the champ and go on a tear? But then what do you do with this whole Bloodline thing?
That's what I'm saying. It screws everything up. They screw it up, dude.
Do they do a switch on the other side where Gunther becomes the Universal Champion and Oba challenges him?
But them
the ring general versus the ruler at SummerSlam.
I don't know, man. It sounds
pretty exciting. That might be pretty exciting.
It does, but there's been no sort of interaction between the two of them.
That's fine. All. We start new with it. He just comes out and says, "You know what? I know Roman's there. He'll be there. Whatever reason, that's what he wants." I think that would be a great match. And then you could have Cody, as we've been talking about. Cody needs something more personal. Cody needs to get out of the championship picture.
Yeah, bad, dude.
So at this point, bad. Have him and Sammy go do their own thing. That's very, very personal between those two.
Right. Well, if they do that, again, it still leaves the Brock factor. What happens then? Are we going to pretend Brock never existed? Is he even going to be back?
Brock, we don't know. We don't know what his deal is.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like maybe we all fucking shouldn't even be thinking about him.
I don't think Jey Uso versus Cody at SummerSlam is a great draw.
Well, it's already been sort of like not done, but like kind of addressed with the whole Bloodline shit back 2-3 years ago at this point.
I don't think it is. Then if Jay goes to face Cody, then who is the challenger for Roman at SummerSlam?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Does CM Punk get his rematch?
Well, he's due for a rematch, correct?
Do you get a roundabout way where you get Oba back in there? I mean, there are plenty of ways you could go there. So there's a lot. The good thing with it is there is some intrigue.
Yeah, I can see him rushing CM Punk back one way or the other. Like when I say rushing, I'm talking about he's going to jump in at the end of a match in some sort of schmoz to put a beat down on friggin' Roman at some stage. I'm sure of it.
Maybe get Oba, Brock, Roman triple threat. I mean, there's a number of ways they could go here. Also,
could you get a possible tag match, right, to lead up to them fighting each other? I'm talking about, but he's going to see stupid. But say Oba and Brock possibly team up forcefully to take on the Bloodline because they've got similar friggin' enemies and there's some sort of respect factor there.
I don't know.
I don't think so. It's pretty stupid, really. I don't see that.
We also know we got Trick Williams. He's going to be taking on either Carmelo Hayes or Ricky Aints.
Yeah.
This ain't the time. Trick's going to go out. I hope it's, I don't care who I hope it is. I like the program with Trick and Carmelo more. I think it just means more of a focus on itself. Don't just do this in 2 weeks here. You already gave it away out of nothing. We want to understand their history.
Right.
We also did learn on Raw that we are going to get Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage match at Night of Champions.
Yeah, that will be all right. It should be fun.
You know, to me though, that to fit the vision, there should have been a blindfold match
Because
because
of the
the
vision.
visions were broken.
God, it makes sense, does it not?
Yes.
But you know, they won't do it though, unfortunately. But it makes
All right.
sense.
All right, Jimmy. Let's wrap things up here this week in WWE. I gotta pop some blue chews.
Yeah.
And,
So in case anyone's wondering, that's why we're going off a little bit earlier than what we usually do. But that's all right. We'll be back next week anyway for your proper show. But in saying that, Rick, is there anything you're doing before we go?
proper show. What are you talking about? We got everything covered. That's all you need.
No, I'm talking about like a long. Yeah, we did surprisingly, and I'll give you the credit, Rick. You're the one that's you're an expert. I'll put it that way. But until next week, Rick, have you got anything else going on this week?
Hit the mark's going to be delayed until tomorrow. Jargo getting some sleep, and I'm going to go be a creep.
Sleep and creep. I like it. Well, in saying
Sleeping
that,
and creeping.
yeah, I am Jimmy T. He's my co-host, R to the B to the B. And you've been watching This Week in WWE live on Homie Media Group's YouTube channel and on the Patreon after the fact. Till next time, we love y'all. Peace.